Welcome guys to Jesus Gabriel Fitness. Today is April 14th. I am very excited. Bulking season is coming to an end and I'm gonna cover today a 5x5 workout consisting of deadlifts and some back as well. So stay tuned for this workout. I'm gonna walk you through all of the exercises that I do. I'm gonna walk you through the warm-up. It's been a while since I've done deadlifts, but now that I'm approaching the end of the bulking season, I want to make sure that I'm maximizing all the muscle gain possible before I move on to the shredding phase. Because whenever you are in a deficit and you're trying to diet, you're gonna lose some strength in the process, and that's totally normal. But I'm gonna make sure I gain as much strength as I can in these last 4 weeks before cutting and getting shredded. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you find it helpful. I'm gonna make sure to give the best content possible so that you can implement the same techniques and the same tips that I'm gonna give you in this video. In addition to showing you the workout, I'm gonna be doing a voiceover to go over the particular mechanics required to do a proper deadlift. So I'm gonna give you some tips as far as how to position your feet, how to grab the bar, where to pull from, stuff like that. We're gonna get very technical to make sure that whenever you do your deadlifts, especially if you go heavy, that you do not injure any part of your body, especially your back. So keeping that in mind, guys, get ready for this footage. I'm gonna go change real quick, drink my pre-workout, and then we're gonna hit it hard. In 3, 2, 1. So the first thing we're gonna do right now is to foam roll, basically starting from the glutes all the way down to the calves, because these muscles are like primarily fire whenever you do your deadlift. So if anything is tight, that's gonna prevent your range of motion from being optimal, and then you're gonna struggle picking the weight up. Now it's time for the fun part, the workout, right? So I'm gonna walk you through everything that I do and go straight to the point. So how to deadlift properly. Before you even pick up the heavy weight for your 5x5, just make sure to go through the range of motion of like a Romanian deadlift. You can just grab the bar. Once you do a few reps of that, you can move on to like 135 or whichever is your warm-up weight, and just do like 10 reps or so, and then move heavier, increase the weight. In this case I'm doing 225 here, then I'm gonna move up to 275, and then I'm gonna start my actual set at about 315 to 325 pounds. But now let's get into the actual form and technique of how to perform this exercise. So one of the first things I like to do is your stance. Stance has to be about shoulder width apart if you are doing a conventional deadlift. If you're going for a sumo squat, that's another whole topic that I'm gonna cover later on another video, okay? But for the purpose of this one, notice how my grip placement. My hands are about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. I go with an inverted grip, which is one hand goes under, the other one goes over. From there, the next step is to retract your shoulder blades and squeeze the lats as you are at the bottom position, okay? Once you have that ready, then you can proceed on to picking up the weight. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you're not trying to pull the weight up with your arms or with your back. The force originates from the hips. So it starts on the lower body, and then it translates up to the lower back and then upper back. So the next thing is make sure that the bar placement is right above the middle of your foot. That's how you know you are within the zone of a perfect deadlift. Okay, once you're there, if you see me here, I'm making sure that I'm not arching my back on the way up. Now, whenever you're going like super heavy, you might arch just a little, so it might be, you know, a good option to just have a belt for extra support. But primarily, you're trying to keep the back as flat as you can while doing all the reps. You never let go of the tension on your lats, on your traps, on your lower back. Never let go. All right, moving on to the next one. So this is pretty much a horizontal back row. Okay, this one is a very straightforward exercise. It's very simple. All you're doing is rowing the grips towards your belly button. And then one thing that is very important is that you always lead the movement with the elbow. You're not trying to pull your hands towards you. You're leading the movement, leading the pull through the elbows, and then you bring it towards your belly button while keeping the chest up at all times. The next exercise I did here is that straight, it's kind of like a pull down at an angle because it's incline. Okay, this one's targeting more of like the upper back, rear delts, lats, a little bit of traps. And as you see here, I'm going like very heavy because it's a power day. I'm trying to focus on strength mainly. And then the next exercise is just bent over row on the machine, which is, I like it. It's less challenging. It allows you more for like a concentration. Make sure that you get a nice squeeze on the back. So that's the end of the workout.